monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's in.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be going ahead and getting ready with you guys once again. I'm gonna be talking about a few things that you guys have a few questions about. A while back I posted on my Instagram and I told you guys to comment topics that you guys wanted me to speak about on my YouTube channel for another Get Ready With Me, and this one was the top comment. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. We already took a dab out of the bong, but we're just gonna take another one again because why not? And then we're gonna get the Megatoke and we're gonna smoke on the Megatoke and we're gonna do our makeup, we're gonna get high as fuck, and we're gonna talk. So in the last Get Ready With Me that I did with you guys, I pretty much just told you guys my life story, which left a lot of you guys with a lot of questions. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to go ahead and be discussing a little bit more things. I'm going to be answering some of the questions that I've seen some of you guys asking. But before I start, I also want to say thank you to everybody who watched that video and supported that video. And my heart goes out to anybody who can relate to that video. My heart goes out to anybody who is going through anything like that or has gone through something like that. One question that I seen that one person asked that I did not answer in the other video was, why was I even in foster care in the first place? I don't want to get too into detail about that because I really I don't know if my mom watches my videos or not, but I didn't really want to go into detail because I didn't want to feel like I was bashing her or anything. I didn't want her feelings to get hurt. But I mean, you know, it's a really big part of the story. The reason why we went into the system was because my mom was just really young. Like she was a fucking little girl. I think she had my brother when she was 14. No, she got pregnant with my brother when she was 14. I think she had him at 15. And then I think she had me at 15 or 16. But she kept having kids back to back. So by the time like she was like 19, 18, she already had like 4 or 5 kids. So that's why by the time that they had taken us away, it was 5 of us already. I think she was probably like in her 20s, barely going in her 20s. I'm not really sure. But the reason that we really went into the system is because my mom really just wasn't a stable mom. She really didn't take care of us. She was always out and about doing her own thing. She was a really abusive person. She used to do drugs. Yeah, I think I seen her do drugs one time when I was little. But she pretty much just neglected us and just couldn't take care of us. My grandmother was the one who called and the one who let them know what was going on. Since we're on the topic also about my mom, another question that you guys were asking was like, if I kept in contact with my biological mom. My mom, she'll reach out to me sometimes, but it's been a while since I've heard from her. I think it's been a few months. But with me and my mom, we have like on and off communication. There really is no reason that me and my mom really don't talk. It's just that our worlds pretty much don't, you know, collide in a way. Really don't hold any grudges towards my mom. I don't feel like, you know, I hate her. I don't feel anything. Like, I just, you know, I've learned to accept it, and I know that life is life. Shit happens, and now that I'm adult, I'm like, fuck, shit happens. I'm not saying that she was right, but I'm also not saying that like I fucking hate her and I'm gonna hold grudges for the rest of my life, you know? You have to move on. This is a part of life. So then another question that I seen as well is if I keep contact with my biological siblings, and I still keep in contact with 4. 3 of them already got adopted out, and they had a closed adoption, which means when they have a closed adoption means that nobody from those kids' family is allowed to like keep in contact with them. Like, it's like a closed adoption, which means that they completely cut off the kids' family, which I think is really fucked up. I think it's so screwed up how they do that. But I mean, why take it out on the kids who are also in the same position as those kids that you just took, and then just pretty much cut them out of our lives like if they don't exist? Like, bitch, one day I am gonna find my siblings. I'm gonna find out who the fuck adopted them and it was a closed adoption, and I'm gonna fight them because, bitch, like, I didn't do nothing to you. You should have let me see my brother and sister. I just think that's so fucked up. I think that's so fucked up about people. I think it's so fucked up when people do closed adoptions and those kids have siblings, because, I mean, bitch, what the fuck did I do? I just don't understand how fucking people do that. Like, that's just so fucking rude. Like, bitch, what if somebody told you you can see your brother or sister no more? Fucking stupid whore. I do keep in contact with my siblings. We really don't see each other that much. We really aren't as close as other siblings, just for the fact that we've all never been with each other for like our whole lives. So it's actually like, I don't know how to like, some of us are closer to others. Like, I know my two little sisters are closer because they grew up more around each other. Me and my older brother are closer, and my little brother as well are closer. And then there's the other three that are in the other foster home. We all have different connections, bonds, or whatever. Then the main question that everybody is asking is, what happened once I turned 18? So pretty much once I turned 18, I stayed in the system. I went from a foster kid to an AB12 fucking kid. I don't know what the fuck. I honestly didn't really have a plan when I turned 18. I really didn't know what I was gonna be doing or what I wanted to do. When I turned 18, I was still in high school too as well, kind of. Like, right when I was about to turn 18, there was a lot of mishaps in my life that happened. A lot of stuff that happened that just kind of were just, I don't know how to, just really fucked up. Really behind in high school. My freshman year, I went to 2 different high schools. My sophomore year, I went to two other different high schools. So then it was just kind of hard to keep up with all the schools. And when you switch schools, all the schools are like on a different like subject. So like if you go from one school to another school, what you're doing in your math class most likely isn't going to be the same from what these students in this other school are doing in math class. You know what I mean? So it was just really hard, and I really wasn't motivated when it came to school. I really wasn't a school person. So I didn't graduate high school. Yeah, I know. So terrible. So then after that, after I didn't graduate high school, I was just kind of like, oof, what the fuck is in my life? What am I gonna do with myself? What the fuck is this? Like, I really couldn't figure out what the fuck life was supposed to be. So then I ended up going back to school so I can get my GD. I'm gonna take a dab real quick. So now I had decided that I was gonna go back to college for my GED because I wanted to go to cosmetology school. You can't go to cosmetology school without a GED or high school diploma. And I didn't have a high school diploma, so I had to go get a GED. I went and I would try, but then it got to a point where I was like, I really wasn't like moving forward. I wasn't taking any like step forwards. I was always stuck. Like, I was like always on the same subject, same motherfucking question. Like, I really just was not the school person. Like, I know there's a lot of other people in this world that are like that, but that's how I am too. I am not a school person. I really don't like school. School is not my thing. Then I was like, what am I gonna do now? Because at this point I had gave up on GED. I didn't give up on GED. I was still going, but I really wasn't really trying. I was kind of just like over it, and I would just spend a lot of my time at home, and I really just didn't really have anything going for me. So then finally I ended up getting my first job. Me and my best friend, we were just like so tired of being like broke bitches. So we were like, fuck it, best friend, this weekend. I think it was like on a Monday. Her head took off and we were supposed to go to an interview in Denny's. We were supposed to go to just put an application. So we went to go put an application at Denny's. We were already interview ready, like we were already dressed for an interview. That's number one thing, you guys. If you guys are ever going out to look for a job, always be interview ready. Don't be looking like a fucking bum. So I had looked like extra fucking you know, normal, and I didn't have that much makeup on. I actually have this video of me on my way to that interview. So this is what it looked like, and I really didn't have that much makeup on, so that's what I was going for. We went to Denny's. They were like, well, we'll give you a call, and everybody knows what that means. When they're like, oh, we'll give you a call, they're really not gonna give you a call, to be honest. Six of that, we were already like bummed out. We're like, well, this was a fucking waste of our day. So then my best friend had to go and put in some gas. So when my best friend pulls up to like the gas station thing or whatever, she like pulls up and like we're right in front of this little restaurant called Baja Fresh. At this time in my life, I really didn't even know what the hell Baja Fresh was. I didn't even know that that was really even a thing. I never knew about Baja Fresh. Like, this was my first time even seeing the store. So then my best friend is getting off to like put gas or whatever, and like I was like, oh, you know what, like, was it her or was it me? One of us said that we should go apply right there at the Baja. So then me and her walked in to the Baja, and then we asked them for a fucking application, and they gave us applications. So then we fill out our applications and everything, and then we give them to the guy. And then the guy right away gives us an interview, and we're like, fuck yes, like, fuck yeah. So my best friend is getting her interview, and then I'm just like sitting like literally like right next the table right next to them. I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but I was like low-key like trying to listen, but I couldn't really hear anything. But the next day I know my best friend, he's like gets up to go get something, and my best friend, I got the job, bitch. And I was like, oh my god, does that mean I'm gonna get the job? I was like, I have to get the job. If she gets it, I really hope I get the job. So she goes ahead and she wraps up her interview, and then they finish up their day, and then he pulls me aside, and then I have my interview and everything. And then of course he ended up hiring me too. So like at this point I was just so stoked to like have a job and know that I was gonna have my own money. I was like, yeah, bitch, I got a job. We got a job. We just got, let's go smoke a blunt. Like, we just got a job, bitch. Like, I was so happy. I called my mom right away. I was like, Ma, I got a job, you know. I was so fucking happy. And then so let's take a dab. I was just really excited. I was 18 years old. I had my first job. I was just super stoked. I mean, who isn't when they have their first job? That didn't last long. I don't know why I really thought that me getting this job at this little fast food restaurant was gonna make me rich or whatever. But little did I know that you really don't get paid that much. So when I first started working, like, I got good hours and everything. Like, everything was all good. And I mean, but it really wasn't shit. I mean, I was only getting like 300 every like 2 weeks, and that's really not shit in the real world. Like, bitch, $300 in 2 weeks isn't like, what is that, you know? At the time though, I was really excited to even be making $100, so I was just really stoked to even have a job. At this point in my life, I was still working for my GED, and now I had a little job. So at this point in my life, I mean, I really wasn't happy with my life still. I wasn't really sure what my life was gonna be. I really wasn't sure like what the fuck what I was supposed to do in life, like, you know. So that's why I was just going for my GED, because I knew I wanted to go to beauty school, and that was like kind of like my only hope was to go to beauty school, because I mean, bitch, I did not want to work at Baja Fresh for the rest of my life. So then I was just continuing to work at Baja, and I worked at Baja for like the longest, no, not really the longest. I worked there for like 2 months, I think. And then they ended up opening a Winter Schnitzel's right next door to Baja, so I ended up starting to work at Winter Schnitzel's. So when I started working at Winter Schnitzel's, that's kind of like when my Instagram started to take off. That was around, I believe, I want to say January. Yeah, it was January. So around January is when I started to gain a following. In January, I only had 1,000 followers on Instagram. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I was just a regular ass bitch, like, you know. But then I started posting videos on Instagram of me smoking, so just like little smoking videos. And those are what started getting me follows and stuff like that. So then after like, just like, I don't know like the time frames or anything, but my Instagram just kept growing and growing and growing. And when I would do my smoking videos, I would always have like really nice makeup on, so a lot of you guys would be like, oh, like, we want to see how you do this look, or you should do makeup tutorials and stuff like that. So I was like, maybe I should do makeup tutorials. And eventually it got to a point where I was kind of just, I started to make a little bit of money off of social media, very little bit, but it was already more than what I was making at that job. So once that started happening, I was like, if I just quit my job and focus on this full time, I could really make this like a full-time job. Like, I could really make some real money off of this. So I just worked really fucking hard. And a lot of people probably think that, oh, because I'm just like smoking all the time and a lot of my like content is smoking, that it was just so easy for me to get my followers. Like, wow, she has followers over just like smoking. But it's really not like that. There's a lot of work that is really put into my Instagram. There's a lot of work that's really put into my YouTube. There's just a lot of work that's put into keeping up with social media. Because people aren't just going to follow anybody. You know, you really can't get everybody to follow you. So it's really hard. It's not really hard, but it's not easy to get an audience. Let's just put it that way. February 14th is the first time that I posted a makeup tutorial on my Instagram. That was the first time that I had ever even made a little tutorial. And I remember that day I had already did my eyeshadow, and I was like, you know what if I just smoke while I'm doing my foundation real quick and then post it? Because I had never seen anybody else do that, no other like videos. I'm just gonna go ahead and post it because I knew there had to be other bitches that could relate, you know what I mean? Because there has to be other bad bitches. So then I had posted my first video on Instagram, and it got a really good feedback. You guys were really supportive of it. And I think I posted like 1, 2, maybe 3 tutorials on Instagram, and then I just created my YouTube channel. So then I created a YouTube channel, and you guys started following a lot of people, not a lot, but I started gaining my first little following off of Instagram, because a lot of the people that were asking for tutorials were from Instagram. So once I created a channel, a lot of people went to go subscribe. So then I went ahead and uploaded my first ever YouTube video, and it's kind of what started my channel off like fast. So I don't want to be like, oh, like I got so many followers so fast, but I feel like I see a lot of other channels and I see how long it takes for a lot of other people to grow, and it truly makes me thankful. All of the people who are supporting me, especially because like I'm really nothing special. I'm like just regular, just like you. I'm regular just like everybody else. Like I live a regular life, but you guys give me an opportunity to pretty much be me. Once my YouTube channel started to take off, I was just really happy, and I just was really constantly uploading. And I know I really don't have like scheduled uploads. I really just upload whenever I feel like I have a good video for you guys, because I really do film more than I post, just because not all of my looks come out the way that I expect them to. So I really don't post them. And lately though, I haven't been posting makeup looks because I've been so busy with life. Life has been just so real lately, in the best way, but then in like the worst way too. Pretty much after I started really focusing on my social media, I really started to gain a following, and now I think I've been doing it for like 8 months, almost a year now, and I feel like I've done pretty good, which really does make me happy. Just a lot of people like me, a lot of girls like me that just love to get high and love to do their makeup just like me. So today we're gonna go for a Christmas look. Now I have my own apartment, and now life is, I'm not gonna say it's going great. I'm not gonna say it's so fucking easy, because life is life. Life is not fucking easy. Life tests you all the motherfucking time, because it's testing me lately. But I honestly am so grateful for where I am in life right now. I feel like I really have to thank you guys when I say that, because if it wasn't for you guys, I really wouldn't be able to do what I love. But today we're gonna go for a festive look. I really do hope that with my story I can help a few people who are going through similar situations as me just realize that there is, you know, gonna be a brighter day at the end of the day, because your life doesn't have to be what it is now. You can really be whatever the fuck you want. There's no limits to anything. You can really do anything that you really set your mind to. And also, it's just like, all this stuff is temporary. Like eventually foster care is gonna be a thing of the past. 18 years is a very short period of your life. 18 years is just only the beginning of your life. What you do after you turn 18 depends on you. What's gonna happen in your life depends on you. Whether you're gonna be successful or not depends on you. Another thing I really had to learn how to do was not to let my past affect me. You really can't let the past affect what you're trying to do, who you want to be. Like, you really just, I don't want to say forget, but you just gotta move on. Like, you can't pity yourself. Like, you just gotta move on with life, because there's a lot more to life. Like, there's so much more once you turn 18. And I just really hope that with this little video that I can help someone who's going through this situation. And you just really have to push yourself all the time, and that's what I had to do a lot of the time, because there was a lot of times when I really felt like I was gonna give up. There's a lot of times when I did try to give up, but God was like, no, beach, you're not going nowhere. Alright, you guys, so this is my finished look. Very Christmassy, you know what I mean. So this is the end of my video. So pretty much to sum it up for you guys, where I am now, I'm now 19 years old. I have my first apartment, and I'm currently just focusing on building up my social media, but I do plan on going back to school eventually. But until then, here I am. I really hope that you guys enjoyed my video. I truly am thankful for all of you guys, and I love you guys so much. If you guys have any video ideas, any video requests, just comment down below. I do read the comments a lot of the times, so I'm pretty sure I will see your requests and I probably will do it. I love you guys so much, and thank you guys for watching. Stay lit, and just remember, no matter what you're going through in life, shit's gonna get better. Even if it seems like at the moment, like, why the fuck is this happening? I promise you, it's happening for a reason. I love you guys so much. Besitos.